How can institutions of higher education and societies work together across the STEM ecosystem to advance DEI, where they share many aspects of their communities? And I'm going to add to the question a little, because one of my thoughts oftentimes is societies are at the absolute end of the pipeline. Students have gone through high school, college, graduate school, and they're working. And so if graduate schools and colleges of higher ed are not diverse, societies will have challenges becoming diverse. So how do we as societies work with or provide carrots and incentives to schools to actually become more representative outside of the awards process?
Well, I think one thing to think about is that the professional society has a role in socializing people into the profession, and it's professionalization. If the professional society, and that's their role, if you don't wait to really engage folks, and I mean really engage them until they become professionals. So if the professional societies are having meaningful opportunities for engagement for young people at earlier and earlier stages. So maybe in some societies, graduate students are presenting. Well, what about undergraduate students presenting? What about even pre-college? You know, what are the things that are being done by the professional society in a meaningful way? And maybe partnering with the institutions as you are developing and socializing people towards your profession, especially in ways that you retain them and don't lose them along the way.
I think those are all great points. And I would only add just that for a lot of people, their academic department actually isn't where their community is. For many of us, our academic department might be a general biology department, for example, with no other entomologists. And so your only kind of avenue for collaboration, for grant partnerships, for socialization, as you mentioned, really is to go to your academic society. And so if your academic society provides clear boundaries of what's acceptable behavior and what's not, that's where you're going to learn it, because you're not really interacting with people in your department. And if they're kind of valuing partnerships and collaborations and diversity and equity and inclusion, that's where you're going to learn it, is at your scientific society. Because I think for many people, especially as kind of different ologies have been lost, there's not herpetology departments or entomology departments very often anymore. Those numbers are decreasing. We tend to be in a kind of a hodgepodge with someone who works on cancer, someone who works on some other cellular mechanism. And really the society is the home away from home where all of your academic kind of social activities take place.